Welcome to Patashala. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can join us on this exciting journey of discovery. Let's dive into today's lesson. The Constituent Assembly of India holds a unique and pivotal place in the country's history. It was the body responsible for drafting the Indian Constitution, which would lay the foundation for the world's largest democracy. This assembly was comprised of visionaries, scholars, leaders, and representatives from diverse backgrounds who came together to shape the destiny of a newly independent nation. Let's go deep into the formation, functions, and significance of the Constituent Assembly of India. Formation of the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly of India came into being in 1946 in the backdrop of India's struggle for independence from British colonial rule. It was formed through an indirect election process where members were chosen by the provincial legislatures. The Assembly initially had 389 members representing various regions and communities of India. Later, the membership increased to 395 as a few additional members were nominated to ensure better representation. It is important to note that the Constituent Assembly had no connection with the existing colonial government. It was an entirely indigenous effort free from external influence to draft a constitution that would reflect the aspirations and values of a newly liberated nation. Functions of the Constituent Assembly. Drafting the Constitution. The primary function of the Constituent Assembly was to draft a constitution for India. This monumental task involved discussing and deciding on various aspects of governance, including fundamental rights, the structure of the government, and the distribution of powers between the centre and the states. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chairman of the drafting committee, played a key role in framing the constitution. Debates and discussions. The members of the Constituent Assembly engaged in exhaustive debates and discussions. These deliberations were instrumental in shaping the final content of the constitution. Different committees were formed to tackle specific issues, and experts were consulted to ensure a comprehensive document. Principles and ideals. The Assembly was guided by a set of principles and ideals including democracy, secularism, social justice, and individual liberty. These principles were enshrined in the preamble and various provisions of the Constitution, serving as the foundation for India's governance. Protection of minority rights. The Constituent Assembly paid significant attention to safeguarding the rights of minority communities. It established provisions to protect their cultural, religious, and educational interests, ensuring a pluralistic and inclusive society. Significance of the Constituent Assembly. Sovereignty. The Constituent Assembly represented the sovereignty of the Indian people. It marked the beginning of a new era where the nation's destiny would be decided by its own citizens rather than a colonial power. Unity in diversity. The Assembly's composition reflected India's diversity. The diverse backgrounds, languages, religions, and cultural perspectives of its members showcased the idea of unity in diversity. This principle remains fundamental in Indian democracy. Democratic principles. The deliberations and discussions in the Constituent Assembly were guided by democratic principles. The Assembly's commitment to creating a democratic, inclusive, and participatory government set the tone for India's future. Rule of law. The Constitution drafted by the Assembly established the rule of law in India. It created a system where no individual or institution would be above the law, ensuring a just and accountable society. Social justice. The Constituent Assembly emphasized social justice and equality. Provisions in the Constitution aimed at addressing historical injustices and promoting a fair and equitable society. Protection of fundamental rights. The Assembly enshrined fundamental rights which are essential for the protection of individual freedoms and liberties. These rights are a cornerstone to Indian democracy. Secularism. The commitment to secularism was a remarkable achievement of the Constituent Assembly. India's secular character, ensuring the separation of religion from the state, is deeply embedded in the Constitution. To conclude, the Constituent Assembly of India was more than just a drafting committee. It was a visionary effort to give shape to a nascent nation. Its work was marked by dedication, wisdom, and a commitment to democratic principles. The resulting Indian Constitution is often hailed as a living document because it continues to guide the nation's governance and has withstood the test of time. It remains a testament to the power of diverse voices coming together for a common purpose to build a democratic and inclusive India. Understanding the Constituent Assembly of India is essential for appreciating the foundation foundations of the world's largest democracy. This assembly's legacy is not just a historical relic, it continues to influence the lives of over a billion people, providing a template for democratic governance and the protection of individual rights. What do you think is the most significant principle or value enshrined in the Indian Constitution, and how does it impact modern Indian society? Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Your support means the world to me.